Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. So this is part 2 of doing these collaged envelope pages for my Tim Holtz ring-bound journal. The first part was us, doing the collaging around the window here and getting this one completely collaged front and back. This is a top-loading envelope and this is really, really strong now, which is awesome. So that's definitely going to take a nice big journal card. So we're going to continue. So this is part 2. I want to put the pocket on the front here, and then I thought we would finish off the collaging. So let's sort the pocket first. So I wanted to have a torn scrapbook paper pocket, and I've chosen this 6x6 to do it with, I think. I just need to decide how best to go about it. The only reason I've decided on this one is because it's got quite a lot of like vintage colours in it and quite a lot of typography, which I thought kind of went with the page behind. So that's what we're going to use. So I think the easiest thing will be for me to tear corner to corner. I think that will be just fine. I just want to decide what sort of bits I want in there. So I think the easiest thing will be if we hook this on, because I kind of don't want it to be like half of a face where we've got that bloke's face just there. So I just want to see what would happen. Yeah, see, as you can see, we get a bit of a strange face situation, but we could always put something along there, can't we? We can always cover it up. So I'm just going to go ahead and just start tearing. So I'm tearing backwards, so I'm tearing this piece off. And as I say, I do want as much of the different layers of typography as possible. And we also need to bear in mind where the window is. So I'm going to need to take a little bit more off. I absolutely love these torn paper pockets. They're so much fun to do. And despite me doing them lots of times, I just find them so interesting. So we would have this. So let's just see what we would look like if we put our page edge back on. So as I say, I'd want to cover up that man's face a bit. I mean, we could move it over and have his face in there. That would be okay, wouldn't it? I suppose it does go with the Tim Holtz look. And I suppose he's a very dashing man, isn't he? Yeah, why not? So in that case, we want to just tear off this piece. So I don't want to lose too much more of this. So I'm just gonna take it down a bit more. This time I'm aiming for this point because that's where the pocket wants ending. Okay, let's try that. So we're not going to cover his face up, we're going to keep him there. Okay, that would look cute. The only thing is that we obviously need to add a couple more layers of paper behind where the pocket's coming down a little bit further than I thought it was going to, but that's okay. Yeah, I think that's going to look cool. And then the other decision I need to make is whether, I mean, we could do something like that, couldn't we? Have a double pocket on here. I suppose we'd use the back of it. It would only be a small pocket in the back. I'm going to do that, I think. I just think it adds an extra layer of interest and allows us then to use that bit of paper and not waste it or anything. Yeah, I like the contrasting look, I think. Yeah, okay, so let's just tear this bit off and let's get those inked. There we go. So yeah, I'm sorry about having to film this video in a couple of parts. It's just that I was finding I was starting to like the pressure to have it all completed in one video. Yeah, I was just starting to feel the pressure a little bit, and I'd much rather not rush, and if it has to be, you know, slightly longer video or a couple of parts, then it's just going to have to be that, isn't it? It's it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to take the back pocket or tuck spot. I'm just going to glue one side and the bottom. And these pockets won't take anything huge in them. Just, you know, a couple of simple tags or something like that. But that's fine, because I wouldn't want to add lots and lots of, you know, heaviness. It is only an envelope after all, because obviously there's going to be a card on the inside as well. There we go. That's that. And then this one is going to come over. Just remind me where we're going. Yeah, corner to corner. So again, we'll go down one side. Oops. And along the bottom. There we are. The great thing is that these don't need decorating, because they are really quite lots going on really. So I wouldn't add extra decoration, I don't think. Really don't think they would need it. Yeah, you'll often see me doing these types of pockets these days. I just think they look really cool. And they're so easy to do, you know. You just have to tear the paper in the right place type of thing. Okay, so that's on there. So we'll have a bigger pocket in the front and a smaller pocket in the back. So the back pocket, I imagine I would just have a thin, almost like a bookmark style. That would look cool, wouldn't it? You know, a bookmark style tag. And then this one will take something a bit bigger, or 2 tags or something. So that's the pocket for that one. We've got the side open for there to be a journal card in the window as well. So I'm happy with that. So now it's a case of us just finishing off this side and this side with regards collaging. And I've just remembered I have also got a little space there where we may want to add a stamp or something. So I don't want to get too much in the way of my pockets, but might add a couple of stamps here. I love to use postage stamps in collage, just makes it quite easy. Oh, I quite like the red, so let's use those. Just nice and easy. As I say, I'm not going to add a huge amount to this one, because there's a lot going off with the typography. We've got the pockets, we've got, you know, the journal card in the window. So really these postage stamps are just, you know, a bit of decoration. Just to give it that Tim Holtz kind of look. And then what I wanted to do as well is a little bit of stenciling. I treated myself to a new stencil recently. Managed to find it on eBay. It's a almost like coffee and tea, like splodges, you know, like tea rings, coffee rings, mug rings, you know. And I thought that would look really cool for Tim Holtz. So shall we do that as the next step? Yeah, it's this one. The brand is Textures by Lou Collins, but I managed to find it on eBay. So I thought we could potentially just do a couple of those. Just using my brush and my vintage photo. And just see what that would be like. First time using this stencil, but And let's do here. Just to make it look like, you know, the documents and what have you just sort of laying around for a bit. Just going to go a little bit further on that one. Maybe a couple of the splodges. Yeah, I saw Tanya from Tatty Treasure using a stencil similar to this, not exactly this one, and I thought it looked really cool. Just a little bit of a splodge down there. I think that's enough. Don't want to overdo it. Okay, and then I want to do the same on this side. Maybe get a couple of the rings. Yeah, and let's do half of one here. And a couple of those splodges. Yeah. And once we've got it out, we might as well do the other one. And so we want a couple of splodges on this ledger paper down here. Yeah, and let's go with a little bit of a splash there. Yeah, and let's go with some splodges over here. It's very easy to get carried away with stenciling, at least it is for me anyway. So I'm just going to do a T-ring here. This is a really easy way to add interest to your, you know, your collages without adding extra bulk as well. So when I come to do my altered book, I think we're starting that next month. It will be, yeah, this stencil I think will come in really handy. But just, yeah, don't let me get carried away. But no, I'm pretty happy with that. It does look like, you know, someone's just left their mug on there. Okay, so let's have a look at this side then. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not going to do anything else. Just brown that off a little bit. Yeah, cool. So, right, let's have a look at these then. So I did go through my stash of bits that I've made for the journal, just to get an idea of what I maybe wanted on these. So I've got this piece, it's like a flip out folio thing, and I quite like it colours wise with this one, and you still see the butterfly. And then for this one I quite liked this tone pocket, obviously bearing in mind where the you know, our page edge is going to be here. I quite like that tones wise, and this is obviously calling out for some more decoration. So I just want to bear that in mind. I'm not 100% decided on that, but I don't want to put anything thick where I think those pieces are going to go, just in case. So let's have a think. So I quite liked these clock numbers. I think this is a Stamperia, something I cut off from a Stamperia pad. Yeah, I quite like that. So obviously part of this side is going to be under the page edge, but I'm thinking if we just get that on, and we'll just cut off the excess. So for these I'm going to use my tacky glue, and that should be enough just to keep that down. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to do this in 2 parts, because I didn't want to have to rush deciding where I wanted things and all of that. Silly really. I mean, you know, we like 45 minutes to collage a couple of envelopes, you know, in full kind of thing. Seemed like plenty of time, but I don't know if I just glue slowly or whatever, the time just vanished on me. It just went really, really fast. So, you know, but yeah, never mind. I think these pages are going to look really, really cool and really unique as well. That was what I wanted for them, is just for them to look different. So yeah, I completely didn't think about where that's going to go. I maybe should have moved that over, shouldn't I? What an empty. Don't know. I'm going to try and pull it up. Am I? Yeah, we can do it. Just want to move it over. I just suddenly thought the page edge is going there. That's the only trouble with these, is my first time doing the ring bound journals. I have to keep reminding myself so much, you know, the thing's going to go there and the thing's going to go there. You know, it's extraordinary, really, that, yeah, I just keep forgetting. But no matter, we realised, so it's all good. So yeah, I think that will look better. The idea was just so that you could see those numbers. Yeah, that's better. Just because it looks so strange when you're collaging it and thinking, oh, it's not, yeah, it's not, not quite right. So obviously that's coming in a bit further. So I just want to decide if we want anything. I've got like labels and I've got all sorts here. Quite like that there. And then what about, sort of, I don't like this edge just here, you see, so I kind of want to just sort that a bit. Yeah, and then we kind of feel like something up here. No, what about a ticket? Let's have a look at a ticket. Sort of, you know, what I do when I'm doing my collaging is I just simply follow my eye, and you know, it's sort of what's missing from it. I think that's too big. I also want to have a think about, I was going to put some crochet along that flap, wasn't I? So I think we'll do that before I forget. That seems to be the underlying theme today, is I just keep forgetting. I don't know why. Oh, don't know. I blame the heat. I think it's the heat. It sent me a bit loopy. Right, let's just get some glue on here. I know crochet is not like, you know, such a big Tim Holtz thing, but I don't care. I want a nice edge, and at the end of the day I'm doing Tim Holtz my kind of way, so I'm just gonna go with it. So the great thing about the you know, the lace or the crochet or whatever is when you're gluing it, you can just sort of curve it to your whim. Because I did think about putting some washi or some paper, but it just wasn't going to curl around, you know, this flap in quite the same way. So not quite like fabric does. Okay. Let's just, I thought if I don't get that on now, I'll just completely forget. Oh, sorry, I think it just knocked you. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't try and do this in one video. I think I was just too ambitious this morning, but no matter. Yeah, just want to move that up a bit. I think that's just giving that a nice border. I know, not Tim Holtz, but I'm doing it my way. Okay, I think we had that there. Yeah, it does make a difference putting that on. Right. Think, Justine, what would you like to have? Tell you what it could be. I could put a number up there maybe. Have I got any numbers out? I thought it did have a number. Oh, I've got one here. It's just looking very square, isn't it? No, too top heavy. I've got a vellum ticket. Maybe. The other option is I've got this, which might help. I've only got black ink. I've ordered a new ink pad. But let's just always cover it up. Yeah, it's still lacking something. Just everything's looking very square. That's my that's what I'm unsure about. Let's bring this in again. Just see what we think with this on. It might change. Now, I don't mind the red. Yeah, maybe that. Let's just see if we can tone down the red a little bit. Just go over that a few times just to... I'm definitely sure about these, so let's get these down whilst I mull it over. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, don't know what's... Yeah, sorry if these videos are not my best, but I'm sure we will figure it out in the end. Might need to open a window actually. Absolutely baking. Yeah, I think I might try and open a window. Let me just do that. Get a bit of breeze in here. Okay, so this is potentially the piece we're going to have, which totally covers up that label I just added, but that's okay. Just want to see what we think. It just feels like it's missing something. I'm going to try another tea ring, because I did quite like those and we have had to cover up a couple of them. So I just want to put one in that space because it might be the thing that it needs. Just want to put just another bit here as well. Try that. Okay, let's try that. Just felt like I was covering them up too much. Now see, that has done something. It's definitely helped. Yes, that's much better, isn't it? let's see what we would like. Yeah, I feel like the red maybe is... It just feels like everything is very square. Which is why I was liking the... I was liking these. Oh, I like that. Is that the right thing? Yes, let's go with that. Right, decision made. There we go. Yeah, it's the trouble with like embellishing or what have you. It does take a while. For me it takes a while, but other people can be much faster than me, but yes, I like that. There we go. Just the right amount of Tim Holtz on there, I think. That's just, oops. So yeah, even if I decide not to go with that, that still looks really cool. But I do quite like that pocket on, especially now with all those tea stains and what have you. Okay, so that's that one. That's that done. There you go. All right, that's that side. And then we've got this with two pockets. And the envelope itself is a pocket. All right, so that's that. Let's move on now to this one. So I think I'm going to start with this side first because it's the most like blank canvas. And again, I'm not 100% sure I'm having this on there, but I just want to have an idea of what I might like because it will help me to just make a few decisions with things. So I don't want to cover up the butterfly. And again, I just need to remind myself that this is going to be where the page edge is going to be. Okay? No, that's too big. Quite like that sort of shape. Yeah, I quite like those two. So let's use these as a guide then as to... Quite like that one with the writing on. Yeah, I like that. Do we still like it with this on? Yes, we do. Obviously this takes up quite a big part of the page if I did end up using that. So that, excuse me, that is something to bear in mind. So really, I mean, there's not much else we can add to that because we don't want to cover up the butterfly. Just want to decide, you might have like a little cluster bit like that. So that's a brown one. Just want to decide, I've got blue ones. Yeah, I quite liked that brown one, just kind of like that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now, yeah, I don't want to, because I was thinking this can be a folio and a tuck spot potentially, but I haven't quite decided. I just made this for fun, you know, following the video. So I think I will pop those down and have that be it for that page, just because I want to be sure of what I'm putting on it before, you know, coming down here. But I knew I would want something up there because I don't want to cover up the butterfly, so I won't have anything across there, you know. And then so yeah, really I was just collaging at the top. Can always add more to it later if we find that it needs more, but no, I'm happy with that, especially as we put that number piece down, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, that's that one then. I don't know if I want it quite so. It's down, Justine. Yeah. Right, and this one again, I changed my mind about which side I was going to have the page edge, in case you were wondering. So I just filled up a space here with a bit of washi, so that's how that one's going to be now. Now this one I don't think is going to need much more, but I will just have a little look. Possibly. I quite liked the black just there, sort of quite striking. I've got a red stamp. Nope, but we might want a circular one. So this page I'm not sure about what I would have on it. In truth. What I did like, and I will just show you, is I had this frame, and I really like the, yeah, I don't know what it is, I can't tell you, but there's something about that I really like. But the colours of the frame are just not quite right. So I've got it in the back of my head that I may end up doing something fun with frames on this one, potentially. But I haven't quite decided. Just want to see. Yeah. And again, I don't think we want much else on it, if anything. Yeah, I think, I'll tell you what I will do. Just grab 3 of these. I just want to try something. Just there. And we want some random numbers, I think. Let's go with 8923. I just got this stamp off of eBay. It was really cheap. I think I paid like £3, and that included postage, which I was pretty happy about. Yeah, so I just put those on because the paper that I'd used was quite plain in comparison to everything else going off. So just a couple of interesting bits there, and we'll get those down. We've done the other side, so that should be the last bits to do. So as you can see, I've got all these bits out on my desk, and we didn't need half as much as I thought, but that's okay. But yeah, I am glad that I didn't try to do it all in one video. It's just a bit too much for me. I could come back to it, you know, fresh after lunch kind of thing. And yeah, saves it being an hour-long video, and of course people can choose what they want to watch then, whether both parts or just this part or what have you. Yeah, I think we're good. As I say, I can always add more once I know what's going on the page, but I like the idea of having this framed somehow, just because I don't really want to cover any of it up, truth be told. So that's that one. And as I say, for this one, we're potentially going to have this on there, which looks really nice colours wise. We've got our 2 pockets on the front here, and then this one is potentially going to have this on. So yeah, I'm really happy with those, despite it feeling a little bit like a struggle. I think they've turned out really, really nice, and I'm definitely happy with them. So I will leave it there. That is a video. We have got 2 completed pages. So this is really nice and strong now. This is obviously just an envelope, and it was really not the strongest envelope at all earlier. It was tatty, it had gone through the post, everything. Now, with the 2 layers of collaging, all of that glue feels really, really good and strong. So that's going to take a nice big journal card or tag in the top there. And then, yeah, if we can put that piece on there, I think that could look really cool. It just depends. I think it's strong enough. Yeah, I think it's strong enough. I think so. And then this one, obviously, we've got this in the window, so that will have something fun in the window there. And then we've got the 2 pockets at the bottom. So as I say, I'd like a tall bookmarky type tag there and something bigger there. And then on the back, potentially this little pocket, which I do really like. And then just, yeah, a nice big tag coming out, or even just something up to this point so you still see all of this. I love those tea rings. I got a bit carried away, but I absolutely love them. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing those come together, 2 very different envelope pages for my journal. And so I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll see you on the next video. Sorry again for how long the videos have been for these parts, but I hope that you found, you know, something useful out of seeing me do that. And as always, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye bye for now.